Network Entertainment.
Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of Kaya Pa Ba? And sa ating paandar, kaganapan, town hall, open forum, general assembly today, I have someone very, very, very intriguing. I'm so excited to have her sa aking podcast. Please welcome her, Shineri.
Hi! Naloka naman ako sa intriguing. Bakit?
Oo, kasi actually, pag-aawayin ko kayo ng jowa mo ngayon. Yan, joke lang. Kamusta ka today, sis?
I'm okay. Excited ako kasi ang tagal na nating online friends.
Correct.
Pero ngayon lang tayo talaga nakapag-usap.
Correct. Now, speak of like online friends, so kanina, before kami nag-roll, chinek namin, like, kailan kami huling first na nag-interact. So, meron akong message sa'yo nung September. Sabi ko, hi,
2023.
2 years ago. Sabi ko, hi sis, nice to finally meet you. Ano yun? Sana nag-enjoy ka sa pagtusok ng straw. So, parang kami, ha?
Tusok ng straw. Bakit?
Correct. And then, napagtanto namin, isa pala siyang event for a milk tea brand 2 years ago. But finally, andito na tayo.
Oo nga. At saka exactly 2 years ago kasi magsa-September na rin.
Correct, 'di ba? So, nasa na yung milk tea brand na yun? Bigyan niyo kami ng bagong project. So, I love having you here. Thank you for saying yes. No, pareho tayong multi-hyphenate in the sense na, marami tayong ginagawa. You're an actress, a comedian, a podcaster, a student, tawag dito, a businesswoman. So, I guess ang tanong ko, kailan ka titigil?
Never. Never. Parang I'm always so hungry. I'm always so curious.
Correct.
Ganun ka din.
Yes.
Kasi alam mo yung pag-relax ka na, ay, bakit ako relax?
Oh my God, pareho tayo. Na parang feeling ko, and because siya po, Hershey is currently taking up a master's in psychological therapy. So gagawin ko na rin itong libreng consultation. Pero diba, ganun din, no? Parang when you're so used to yung environment of, I guess, always stimulated, it's also like good and maybe not healthy at times.
I think there's good stress naman eh. Parang ako, happy ako pag madami akong ginagawa.
Correct. Bilang,
Yun pala, meron kasi akong need for validation.
correct. It's always the trauma and all that.
Am I enough now? Charot.
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, ganyan ako. And ang ginagawa ko sa kanya, you know what? If this is my childhood trauma, if I have like deep-seated validation issues, I will weaponize that and monetize that.
Correct.
Diba?
Monetize your trauma.
Monetize. Ganun na lang, girl. Ganun na lang.
Pag napakinggan niyo yung podcast na to, yun yung hashtag natin.
Correct.
Monetize your trauma.
Diba? Naghahanap kayo ng passive income? Maghanap muna kayo ng trauma. Oo, diba? Ganun yung gagawin natin. But actually, nung nag-research ang aking team,
What?
team!
Jessica Soho?
Si Jessica Soho po lang yung researcher namin. Suma-sideline siya sa show na to bilang researcher. Pang portfolio daw niya. Charing. No, I'm quite intrigued in terms of like yung training mo or educational background. So you took up organizational communication in UP. I'm quite familiar with that course kasi marami akong ka-office mate before sa agency who took that course. Yeah.
Okay.
And then now you are currently taking up your master's in psych. Is it safe to assume na you are very much curious about how human beings are wired?
Yes, and also, kasi yung first course ko in college was nursing.
Oh.
Sa UP Manila. So, sobrang pressure siya kasi quota course yun.
Yeah.
And parang, first day ko sa UP College of Nursing, kasi sila, 100% passing rate sa board exam. So yung panakot ng mga profs, kung ikaw ang makakasira ng 100% passing rate, papagawa ka namin ng monumento sa labas ng college.
Oh my God. Medyo yun
Diba? Nakakatakot.
Nakakatakot yun.
16 years old ka. Kasi naman, ayoko magka-monumento sa UP.
Correct.
Pero may fear kang ganon.
I mean, that is one way to keep the standards.
Yeah, yung standards.
But to also traumatize the future generations, di ba?
Parang I was wondering, bakit yung mga classmates ko kinikilig sa sa mga discussions? Parang, wow, goblet cells secrete mucus, ang cool, ang astig, ganyan. Like, sobrang gusto nila yun.
Correct.
Parang hindi ako nakaka-relate. Pero, nung mga psychology subjects, natutuwa ako.
Correct.
Mga human behavior, ganyan.
Mhm.
So, buti na lang kasi sa UP, first year pa lang, majors na. Kasi diba sa ibang
Yeah.
colleges, first year parang general courses lang.
Correct,
So,
correct.
ito alam ko na, nursing isn't for me. And then sabi ko, what am I good at? Kasi my parents always wanted me to be a doctor kasi doctors din sila.
So medyo yung pressure mo, generational pressure pala
Correct.
ito.
Very Asian family household. Doktor kami, mag-doktor ka. Bunso pa ako. So ako yung parang, ikaw na yung last chance na magka-doctor in the family. So grabe yung pressure. And then, second year, I talked to my dad. Hindi na talaga ako masaya. So sige, kung saan ka na lang masaya.
Kung ayaw mo na ng mga mucus.
I don't want to talk about
Oh,
mucus.
correct. I know. Well, that's very evolved of them to be able to just say, you know what, go follow your heart's desire.
Mahirap yun It was parang siyang MMK.
Na pinamagatang?
Iyakan, doktor. Ayun. And then, sabi ko, saan ba ako magaling? Chumika. So, nag-com ako. And the rest is history.
Correct.
After nun, I took up communications. And then in college, something happened to me. Parang I went through this very dark season in my life.
Aha.
So, parang it involved may mga legal cases pa yun, nakasuhan. It involved me having to go to therapy. So, sabi ko, sobrang lala ng pinagdaanan ko as a 19-year-old.
Wow. Aha.
Pag 19 ka, di ba, dapat nag-e-enjoy ka lang in school,
Correct.
dapat masaya childhood mo. 19 is still a kid, di ba?
Yes.
Pero feeling ko 30 years old na ako sa dami na nangyari. And parang after 5 years, one day, I was working in ABS-CBN, nasa corporate job ako, naka-OT ako noon, it was mga 10 p.m. I saw someone that looked like the person who assaulted me.
Okay.
Tapos sumigaw ako, and then nagtago ako sa ilalim ng upuan, umiiyak. Tapos sabi ng mga coworkers ko, anong nangyayari? Tapos literal, nanginginig ako sa ilalim ng lamesa. And then a few days later, nasa mall ako in MOA. May nakita ko kamukha din ng abuser ko. Akala ko siya. Sa gitna ng mall, humiga ako, nag-fetal position.
Oh my.
Sa gitna ng mall, na people were looking. Sabi ko, wait lang, parang hindi to normal. Na that's not a normal reaction. Bakit, alam kong parang it's weird na bakit ako umiiyak sa gitna ng sahig ng mall with people looking. Pero at that time, it was the only way my body knew how to respond. Bakit kaya? So I said, gusto ko mag-aral ng psychology. I want to understand what happened to me and what is happening to fellow survivors.
Wow.
Yun.
I mean, it comes from like a very, very, very profound place. Definitely. Like this need to parang understand, actually not even human behavior. It's like your behavior. It's like
Yeah.
a form of self-care that you did.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know
Journey to self.
correct, which is what I find even more interesting now is that you've decided to become a comedian. You're very good at it. Nakita ko yung mga video mo na magkaibang kulay yung sapatos mo para sa isang visa appointment, si International Girlfriends Day. Nakita ko yung mga yan. But I mean, you are a professional light. If you think about it, diba? You're a professional light to people. You make them laugh, you give them joy. But like behind that is like really a lot of darkness. If you think about it, diba? Like from what you have experienced. I'm no therapist, but now that you are close to your 30s, how do you make room, hold space for both, the darkness and the light? Only because what I've come to realize is like, you don't really repress or kind of like invalidate the darkness you have. It's all about just like making room for everybody. So how do you make room for that now, given that you are a professional light to a number of people?
Gusto ko i-share one of my master's classes nun sa Ateneo. I'm taking my master's in counseling psychology in Ateneo. May prof ako nun, and I walked up to her. I said, "Ma'am, ba't po ganon? Nung 19 ako, may nangyari sa akin na sobrang masama. Pero, yung ginawa ko nun, pinagtawanan ko. Gumawa ako ng mga joke about it. Tapos natatawa yung mga tao sa mga jokes ko. Pero ngayon, na-realize ko, bakit ganun? Ang sama, ang salbahe ng ginawa sa akin. Bakit ako tumawa? Bakit ko pinagtawanan? Ba't hindi normal yung response ko? And my prof said na there was a part in my brain na knew it couldn't handle that much pain. So my brain said, paano ko ma-handle tong pain na to? I need to laugh. I need to make it light so I can move forward. So she told me, don't think na you betrayed yourself. Don't think na hindi normal yung response mo. Kasi there's no right way to heal.
Exactly.
Sabi ng brain mo, hindi ko makakomprehend tong pain na to. I'll make it light in order to move forward. And that's how I did. Something very dark happened to me. And I was stuck in that darkness. Sabi ko, hindi. I wanna make it funny para maka-move out ako, maka-move on, maka-escape from that darkness. And it doesn't invalidate the
Oh
pain.
yeah, not at all. I think. I mean, as a comedian, I'm surrounded by a lot of stand-up comedians. Na parang they always write from like a place of pain. So I know na parang it's an honorable thing that you are doing. So
And parang I said na why not turn this pain into purpose? Na sobrang drawn ako sa idea ng phoenix. Yung nag-rise siya from ashes. So yun. So when you said hindi ko kino-close off yung darkness, because darkness, it's a part of my past. You can be shaped by your past, but you're not defined by it. Yes, you're shaped by it, pero hindi to tuldok.
correct.
Comma yan. Tapos gawa ka ng bagong chapter.
Correct. Yeah. Beautifully said. And also parang, yes, it's unfortunate like that those things happen to us. But I would like to think that I'm still living my best case scenario now. So parang if you change one thing, diba, you might change the whole outcome. So it's just a matter of like just embrace the thing and just go monetize it.
Monetize your
Sabi
trauma.
ko nga kanina, di ba? Pero yeah, I mean, yeah, but well, thank you for sharing that. Talagang like the comedy comes from a very, very deep place. So I would like to think that, humor doesn't only come from trauma, di ba? I hope it doesn't. Because, di ba, parang wag naman lahat parang pained artists. Wag naman sanang ganun, di ba? Pero paano yun, does that mean na is it a valid argument that the more healed you are, the less funny you might be? What do you think of that particular possibility?
Hindi. Kasi one way to heal is to see the light in situations. So, for example, dati, kung hindi pa ako healed, triggered ako sa lahat ng mangyayari. Pero ngayon na nag-heal ako, for example, I had a video, may visa appointment kami, late na kami, important yung mag-meet ka sa visa appointment mo. Tapos hindi pareho yung mga sapatos ko. Magka-shape sila, naka-heels kasi, pero different color, may black, may blue. So kung ako yun, dating ako, mati-trigger ako doon, sira na yung buong araw ko. Pero dahil I'm also a healed version of myself, haha, what a funny moment. Oo nga naman, nangyayari naman to. At saka how funny is it na kung kailan kailangan mong matinok itsura mo, dun ka pa sumablay. Haha, okay, life goes on. Tara, punta tayo sa visa appointment, ganito itsura ko. So, I think it's more of life gets lighter when you learn how to laugh at yourself.
Yeah. And actually laughing at yourself, personally, I think it is easier than how people would normally kind of think of it. Kasi parang it is technically the lowest hanging fruit. Laugh at yourself. And diba, it like we all need to laugh a little because the world is about to end, guys. So kailangan nating matawa naman, diba?
Correct.
Oo.
May favorite storybook ako, yung The Little Prince. Tas may isang quote doon. Parang sabi nung king, it's easy to judge others, but it's hard to judge yourself. So kaya feeling ko ang hirap for other people to laugh at yourself or laugh at themselves. Pero sabi nga din sa Game of Thrones, 'di ba, si Tyrion Lannister, wear your flaws like armor.
Yes, definitely. And again, monetize them.
Monetize.
Monetize them. Monetize them, di ba?
Like, sinasabi ng mga tao sa comments sa TikTok, ano ba yan? Ang laki ng bunganga ng babaeng to. Tapos natatawa ako kasi malaki naman talaga bunganga ko.
Dininay mo ba? Hindi mo naman dininay, di ba? So anong magagawa nila doon?
So, kung hindi ko pagtawanan, sabi nila malaki bunganga ko. Cut to, pag pinagtawanan mo, nga, malaki naman talaga. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. I love it that you are very self-aware, and I feel like and listening to everything you just said, it feels like you have lived a lot of lives already, diba? From like the fact that you were pressured by your parents to like to pursue a certain direction, then that darkness you talked about kanina, then you went to corporate, and then you're a film actress. So parang you've been exposed to a lot of just human beings in general. You've been exposed to a lot of environments where I think you are forced to like really know what you are made of. So with that being said, ano na sa tingin mo ngayon ang superpowers mo? Like, you know what I'm saying? Parang nasa na yung mga, ano na ang armor and swords? I guess is to just, continue the figure of speech. What do you consider to be your superpowers now?
Syempre, humor. And I think yung pinaka-superpower ko is empathy.
Yes.
Kasi, yun nga yung, pag naintindihan mo where the other person is coming from, parang hindi ka din ma-frustrate. Hindi ka din ma-hurt masyado. Kasi, syempre hurt ka, pero naiintindihan kita. May compassion ka.
A lot of feeling, diba, if you think about it. But also, I am quite curious because you are taking up counseling right now, yung masters mo. Are you able to turn off the part of yourself that intellectualizes healing and the other part of yourself that just really needs to feel the healing? Because with my therapist, I've been going to therapy for like 8-9 years now. Ang sinasabi ng therapist ko lagi, Baus, yung utak mo natutuwa na pinaprocess na agad to go to the lesson right away and rationalize everything and intellectualize everything. What you need to do is to just chill and feel it. Yeah. But you, who is, you are literally studying it, how do you manage those parts?
Yun na nga, na-intellectualize ko yung emotions.
Correct.
Na minsan, nakakalimutan kong to feel it.
Yeah.
So parang there was this one time I had this situation, someone disrespected me. Tapos, nandun na ako agad sa, hindi kasi this person is coming from this place. Naiintindihan ko siya. Naiintindihan ko. Tapos the next day, na-realize ko, teka lang, masama pala ginawa niya sa akin.
Yeah.
So that's one lesson I need to learn then, na parang I'm always putting myself in other people's shoes. Wait, I also have to fight for myself.
Correct.
Or defend. Hindi naman defend. Parang protektahan din yung sarili.
Correct, yeah. Ako ang ganyan ang parang toxic trait ko lately na napapansin ko is, ang bilis ko mag-sorry agad. Alam mo yun, like, I easily like say, give my apologies to like, kasi because I do a lot of creative collaborations and also dahil ang background ko is client servicing, alam mo yung tipong like, kailangan habang hindi pa apo yan, patayin na natin. So kung magagawa natin yan, by just saying sorry, mag-sorry na tayo. But also if you like go through childhood trauma, because my environment when I was a child was that parang hot and cold yung tatay ko sa akin, mainly because bading ako. So may time sa tipong like, love na love niya ako. Tapos may time sa parang niya ako pinapansin. So parang kesa mag-escalate pa yon into something explosive, magsasorry na lang ako. So it's something I still take with me. Pero like, ganun rin yung behavior ko. Minsan na parang, wait, wag ka muna mag-sorry. Diba? So parang, again, giving yourself permission to like, feel things.
Oo nga, bakit nga ba? Actually, nakita ko yon sa mga babae, pati sa LGBT. Sorry tayo na. Sorry. Sorry.
Diba?
Sorry. Why are you apologizing for taking up space?
Sabi mo, binangga kita. Bakit? But no, I mean, not that. But yeah, diba? Yeah.
Like, parang minsan, ang sarap ng chika ko. Sabi ko, sorry, ang dami kong sinabi. Teka lang, ba't ako nagsasorry?
Yeah. Diba? May mga ganong parts because, and I think feeling ko rin the thing with being able to have the luxury of intellectualizing your trauma is that when you discover or when you learn about it as a theory, the more you also learn na, pucha, ang dami ko parang trauma sa buhay. Kasi dati wala akong vocabulary for this eh. Pero ngayon, ay, ito pala, ay, okay. 'Di ba? Paano kapag ganun when you are, how do you protect the feeler when the intellectual part of you is just really kind of very mature and it's a strong muscle that you have?
Minsan like I need to sit down, tapos parang i-hug ko sarili ko.
Kaya
Okay
po siya
lang.
naka-blazer.
Please.
Self-soothing, tool po yan.
Hug mo sarili mo. And I like to journal a lot. So, dun ka magkikwento. Parang pag journal kasi wala naman makakabasa. Walang magsasabi ng right or wrong. So, dun mapapakinggan, ito pala yung nafe-feel ko.
Yeah. Kasi rin ma-realize mo na you never really gave yourself permission to feel other emotions before.
Yeah.
Parang ngayon, I'm trying to bond with anger. Because marami akong sa hanash ko pong to, marami pa pong ilalabas na anger to actually. Pero iba like, ang dami pang kailangan lumabas na parang,
Emotions,
I just need a safe space wherein I can just say na pang nakakainis naman tong situation na to. And now, I have devised parang certain friendships to be yung particular space na yun for me. Na tipong, pag siya kausap ko, like rant lang ako ng rant. So, I guess part din yun of doing self-care. Ikaw, ano yung mga pockets mo of safe spaces and different emotions per group mo?
Ako yung parang dati, takot akong maging galit. Kasi, yung personality ko, yun nga, like sa podcast, we always say, ako si Joy, ako si la 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 la. So, takot akong magalit. But then I realized, especially nung past ko, yung nangyari when I was 19 years old, parang it was a really, really dark place in my life. And first time kong maging galit. Yung mag-e-explode. Tapos, galit ako sa lahat ng mga tao. Kakausapin ako, pumipitik ako. Tapos hindi ko naiintindihan bakit. Ba't ako nagla-lash out. And then, someone told me that anger is a part of you that loves you. Wow. Anger is a part of you that knows you deserve better. Anger is the part of you that wants justice.
Damn, sorry, kinilabutan ko din, sis. That's so beautiful. Wow.
So pag galit ka, isipin mo, ano ba yung kailangan mo? Bakit ka galit? Mahal kita, hindi kita kaaway. Bakit tayo galit? Okay. Galit ka kasi hindi mo deserve na binastos kang ganon. Or galit ka, kahit siningitan ka sa traffic. Galit ka kasi wala siyang respect sa boundary mo. So, wag natin kalabanin yung mga big emotions. We listen to them. What are they trying to tell us? Pag umiiyak ka, bakit? Bakit ka malungkot?
I love it. Alam mo, girl, parang feeling ko, ikaw na ang magiging psychologist to the stars. I love it. I feel like I have to pay you after this because I always pay my therapist and yung mga dada-download ko from you, parang you have to monetize your trauma through me.
Tama.
Diba?
Stream this episode.
May paywall. Parang may bayad po para mapanood tong episode na to. Diba?
Hey, his name is Chico Garcia.
And his name is Gino Killiamore.
And together, we are Only Fun.
That's right, for only $12 a month.
But if you're willing to pay, why not? No, we're from a podcast that talks about movies, TV shows. Basically, we do reviews of K-dramas, whatever really. Whatever is on streaming, whatever is on cinemas. We also get to occasionally interview celebrities, actors, directors,
and of course infused with our own witty brand of humor and slice of life.
Wow. I guess we don't infuse a lot.
Check it out.
As kind of a follow-up question to that, so these days, how do you deal with that specific emotion of anger? When you feel angry, how do you just let yourself go there, knowing that it's not gonna last forever? Or do you have a different regimen to just kind of diffuse those random emotions?
Ito I got from a therapist. Pag galit daw tayo, tatlo yung reasons niyan. Either physiological, so gutom ka, antok ka, kulang ka sa pahinga. Either may expectation ka na hindi nakamit. So, halimbawa,
Yung manok, hindi thigh part.
ganon.
Yeah.
Or na-hurt ka ng tao. So, pag galit ka, pag nararamdaman mo na kumukulo na dugo mo, pause, reflect, bakit ako galit? Kulang ba ako sa tulog? Na-hurt ba ako ng tao? Or may expectation ba ako? Kung expectation siya, na-communicate mo ba? Like, for example, kunwari, sabi ko kay Baus, gusto ko ng kape. Tas yung kinuha mo sa akin is Americano and I wanted a latte. So parang ako galit ako, ano ba yan? Hindi man lang niya ako kinonsider, hindi man lang niya ako tinanong kung ano yung gusto ko. Nag-assume siya ng lalalala. Ang dami ko nang sinabi. But did I communicate it?
Correct.
Baus, I want latte, oat milk, no whip. So, kailangan pala, sinasabi mo yung expectations mo. Kasi for us, feeling natin, lalo na in relationships, feeling natin, oh, if this person loves me, dapat alam niya na yan. Dapat kabisado niya na ako. Hindi. You have to tell them.
Hindi siya manghuhula. Diba?
Correct.
And but that is, of course, it gets tricky when that particular relationship, of course, is a more intimate relationship wherein, of course, non-verbal cues have to account for something. Diba? But definitely, communication is key, and it is harder than people expect it to be. But to be able to tell somebody na parang, no, this is what I want, and to say that, to ask for what you think you deserve, without judging yourself for asking it, feeling ko ibang ano pa yun, di ba?
Yeah.
Ibang paandar pa yun.
Tapos, ang galing insight ko dun na, oo nga, na most of the time, galit tayo kasi hindi nagagawa ng mga tao yung gusto natin.
Correct.
Pero, na-communicate ba natin? And also, ano yung halfway? Saan tayo pwede mag-compromise?
And that is another skill, I think, that's even more important these days. Like, learning how to just negotiate with everybody around you. Especially tayong mga, like, content creators and public figures. Like, we negotiate with so many people every day, diba? Will we say yes to this? Will we say no to this? Ito may bibigay kong rate. Namimit ko ba yung friends ko enough? Diba? Na, feeling ko kailangan mo rin ng regimen to just like a space wherein you're not negotiating with everyone. So it can come in the form of journaling.
Yeah.
Ako, it comes in the form of working out. Yung gym ko is like, mas ginagawa ko siya for like, para lang I can just like tune out of the world.
Tsaka na-release mo lahat
Yes.
pag nag-gym ka.
Correct. So, saka ako pag nag-gym ako parang after an exercise, I feel so much like calmer and sharper. Kasi parang feeling ko mas kalmado ako dahil nailabas ko na lahat ng nerves ko for the day.
I love it.
So, sorry, napunta po kami sa therapy at psychology bigla. Ano pa, Roman numeral number 2 pa lang po yun nung guide questions ko. Pero, welcome to the first 25 minutes of this 3-hour episode. Okay. Diba? No, it's very, I love it that you are taking up psychology. Because I guess ang gusto kong malaman.
Sorry, I just need to clarify. I took a pause.
Ito ka pause.
Yes. So, I'm on my final year in psychology. Ano na lang, culminating project. So, parang thesis.
Correct.
And I need to take this exam. As may fear kasi ako na parang if I fail the exam, baka hindi ko magawa. Yung ganon. So, alam mo yung minsan, parang you just take a pause para sabihin mo na, hindi, naka-break ako eh. Pero you're just scared.
Yeah. Of
You get
course.
what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Tapos yun yung frustration ko na parang, bakit ba takot ako? So sabi ko, this year, tatapusin ko na siya. So sana nga matapos na.
Sinay ko analyze yung sarili niya. Tama naman yun. Diba?
Hindi kasi, ganun ha, like, minsan pag takot ka sa rejection, takot ka sa failure, biniblame mo na lang na, hindi, kailangan kong mag-pause para hindi mo kasalanan.
Correct. Ako naman ang akin is, kunyari sometimes there's a deadline, parang sasadyain ko na lang hindi siya i-meet yung deadline or wag ibigay and be a pain to work with at times because alam kong hindi naman nila magugustuhan. Unahan ko na lang sila. At alam mo yung may ganun parang ganung level of
Parang self-sabotaging.
yeah,
ano
I
na
know. And it's definitely something I want to work on. Pero may mga ganun akong mga particular relationships with like mga iba. I also do like other forms of work. Yung tipong hindi naman nila magugustuhan yan. Sabit na lang natin. Which is like not good. Kasi di ba, we deserve like a fighting chance
Correct.
at life.
Correct.
Pero itong psychology brain mo, how does this inform you as a comedian, you as an actress? Because I feel like this gives you the luxury of having a process. Diba? Pero give us a peek into that.
When I took psychology, mas naging empathetic talaga ako. Mas naiintindihan ko yung different types of people, different walks of life. So as an actor, sobrang nakatulong siya. Kasi it's so easy to put yourself in another person's shoes. So, iyakin kasi ako as a person, so madali lang din umiyak. So, parang taking psychology makes me accept all the different kinds of emotions. Anger, sadness, happiness. Kaya nga sabi ng mga tao, walang like my face is so transparent. When I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm sad, I'm sad. Wala akong in-between. So I think doon ko siya nagagamit. And as a comedian, siguro, when you know enough pain, parang meron kang, I wanna make people happy. Ganon.
Yeah. Ako, feeling ko naman, as a comedian, yung familiarity ko with emotions can always be a premise for something. Diba? Parang it doesn't always have to be something that makes me mad. It can be sometimes na parang napataas na yung kilay ko, or the fact na meron kang kinakatakot na something, you can turn that into a premise of something already.
Exactly.
Diba?
Diba sa stand-up comedy nga, ganon? Like, basically, stand-up comedians, nag-rant lang sila.
Yes.
Pero they make it funny.
Correct. And sometimes, if you have like a more sophisticated ear, kunyari, pag may taong nag-share ng isang funny na joke, pero alam mo yung pinanggalingan nun was something traumatic. Like, the whole crowd will laugh at them because the joke was exquisitely written and excellently performed. Pero after ko makita yung fellow comedian ko kill with that joke na alam kong very personal, sometimes I wanna hug them. Kasi parang alam ko kung saan galing yun. Diba? May mga ganun because pag naring mo, parang wait, yung binibigay niyang material ngayon, yes, nakakatawa siya, pero it comes from a very, very painful place. Yeah. I have a friend like that na meron siyang bagong joke about like may sakit yung dad niya. So she makes fun of it. Tuwan-tawa yung audience. Pero nung una kong narinig yun, talaga sabi ko, sis, grabe naman yun. Parang the integrity that you gave to write that joke, alam mo yun, in the artistic sense, parang it's so special and profound and pure talagang.
Art form nga yung comedy, no? Kasi may kukunin kang something so painful, pero pipinturahan mo na paano to magiging nakakatawa.
Yeah.
Pero masakit talaga siya.
Yeah. Kaya minsan if I go through something stressful, like half of me is taking in the data is being stressed, but the other half of me is like, paano ko to isusulat? Like nung nahack yung Instagram ko last year, nahack siya, tapos like, this person who hacked it started messaging my friends in Chinese. So, panic ako, pero deep down, iniisip ko na, okay, paano yung joke na to? Ano yung sundot if mag-work yung first joke? As in, gano'n na siya.
At saka racist yung hacker. Porket Chinese ka.
Diba? Parang, grabe, diba?
Racist siya.
Correct. Pero yun yung tipong like, yung tipong ini-intellectualize ko na siya agad. When, in fact, I should go through it as an emotional being first. Diba? Pero lovely conversation so far. So we will be taking a quick break. And after that, more on Hershey as the podcast maven that she is right now. See you in a bit. Okay, tayo po ay nagbabalik with Hershey Neri, ang aming latest job applicant. Okay.
Dahil sa blazer.
Correct. So, how much is your expected salary?
Ito na.
Correct, diba? So now I want to talk about podcasting because you have Chicks to Go, which you only have like 40 plus episodes. You launched it in October, but to immediate, well-deserved success. Can I just say?
Thank you.
Only because I think your podcast is so, like the voice is so specific, but it's also very relatable. Tapos wala pa for me yung tipong yung ganun kakulit, yung ganung part ng kulit, yung tipong pinapakinggan ko kayo ng audio only, pero nararamdaman ko habang nag-uusap, ginagahampasan kayo, nagtutulakan kayo. Kasi parang ganun ko siya nararamdaman.
Thank you. Sobrang magic lang din nangyayari. Ash and I, we literally just met last year. Tapos nag-click lang kami. Sabi namin, let's start a podcast. Okay.
Okay, game.
Chikahan lang.
Yeah, but I think you touch on you touch on something very, very interesting in terms of collaborations. Like you just really gotta trust the feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if like on your first try if it succeeds or not. But if you get that breadcrumb of like some feeling na sobrang ganda, you ride that. So kung saan nyo siya nararamdaman now, kunyari, yung nagbebenta sa inyo ng turon, may vibes, go, mag-podcast kayo nung nagbebenta ng turon, nakausap nyo.
Tsaka, don't be afraid to be cringe.
Yes, correct.
Parang, Ash and I were talking, sabi ko, mag-podcast tayo. Sabi nga, gogo, mag-podcast tayo. Ang cringy kaya. Sabi ko, okay lang, maging cringe tayo. Sige. Tapos yung parang yung acceptance ng who are we and who are we not?
Yeah.
So sabi natin, sige, hindi tayo inspirational podcast. Kasi hindi tayo.
Walang taong nagtutulakan na inspirational. Yeah.
Manggago na lang tayo.
Correct.
As in literal, ito yung papakinggan mo pag gusto mong hindi mag-isip.
Correct.
O sige.
Yeah.
Tapos ayun, parang nakahanap kami ng ganong niche market.
Yeah. I love that because I think, yes, we love doing the podcasts for like the audience who listens and who are always waiting for the next episode. But there are also personal reasons like why we do it. Like, I think nung sinabi mo na hindi ka na mag-iisip and we're always looking for spaces wherein we don't intellectualize. We just feel and buga. And I think that's such a gift. If you think about it. Ako like sa stand-up ko, like feeling ko when I say something, it always needs to be in a structure. Pero sa podcast, kahit anong gusto kong sabihin, go, laban. Right?
Tama.
And in terms of yung chemistry nyo ni Ash, it does feel like ang tagal nyo na magkakilala. Diba?
Alam mo yun nga yung magic nun. Last year, we were both single at the same time. Tapos we came from a long-term relationship. Tapos, naging magical season lang siya kasi pareho kaming single women trying to find ourselves, strong independent era. Tapos matagal na kami nagfa-followan and we just met up. Tapos nag-click kami. Tapos ang saya kasi pareho kami ng journey. I think when you're in a new season, maganda na may buddy ka or may partner ka rin sa season na yun. Tapos tuloy-tuloy na, nag-podcast kami. Tapos kahit different na yung mga chapters in our lives, we still have each other. So, ang saya lang na pwede ka palang magkaroon ng new friend even in your 30s.
No, that's one of the blessings I think more and more na na-realize ko as I grow older na parang I haven't met the best people yet.
Exactly.
Parang I think I wanna put myself in that mindset. Kasi parang I don't wanna like deprive myself of all like the great vibes and friendships, diba? For all we know, makikilala ko palang tomorrow yung magiging business partner ko para itigil ko na itong pagpa-podcast. I mean, diba?
Alam mo, nung sobrang heartbroken ko, may quote na parang, you haven't met all the people you will love yet. And you haven't met all the people who will love you. And that gave me so much hope na, oo nga, no? Tapos, next year, we'll meet new people and the year after, parang the world is so full of love.
Yes. And I think you definitely need to love your partner, your collaborator.
Yes.
So I guess because nga if you think about it, medyo hindi pa kayo ganun katagal magkakilala ni Ash. 'Di ba? Ano pa yung mga nadidiscover nyo sa isa't isa in terms of like how you love this person even more or how your respect for them kind of like grows even fonder the more episodes you do?
Ang ganda nga nung Chicks to Go podcast namin kasi when we started, parang 3 months pa lang kaming friends. Tapos ngayon, more than 1 year na. So, makikita mo din per episode na nag-grow yung relationship. Our assistant director, Gabby Padilla, she said, how beautiful is it that you have this podcast that documents your friendship?
Yeah. Yeah. As in, ang saya talaga nun. And then, ma-realize mo yung kulit nung isa't isa.
Yeah.
Tapos parang the more you will realize din na parang talagang itinakda ng panahon na magkakilala tayo. Kasi yung kulit natin, they just like
Sakto.
complement each other.
Sakto, yeah.
Diba? What have been some of the favorite topics na napag-usapan niyo sa Chicks to Go?
Yung favorite ng mga tao, yung walang kwentang series namin. So, meron kaming walang kwentang turn-on, walang kwentang pet peeve.
Yung walang kwentang landi. Yung
Walang kwentang
napakinggan
landi
ko.
tips. Yung mga, like for example, walang kwentang pet peeve. Ito yung parang, napapagkaroon ka lang. Pero, hindi naman end of the world. Okay lang. So, sa akin, walang kwentang pet peeve ko pag sinasabi ng mga tao, mango. Mango shake.
Mango shake.
Mango juice.
Correct,
Ikaw, anong
yeah.
walang kwentang pet
Ang
peeve
walang
mo?
kwenta kong pet peeve are people... Oh my God, you just triggered me. Yung mga tao sa elevator na palabas ka ng elevator eh. Tapos papasok sila. As in to the point na kinokontrol ko yung sarili ko every time may biglang papasok. Kasi sometimes I just wanna stop and give them a piece of of my mind. And tell them na parang, nagmamadali ba? I mean, what is a few seconds?
Exactly.
Parang for me talaga tipong, yun yung for me. I don't think walang kwenta siya. I think, I should
Legit
demand
siya.
respect. Sabi mo nga kanina. Diba?
I will take up space.
I will take up space. Diba? Maghintay ka dyan. Pero naikwento mo nga kanina na meron kayong something na niluluto for Chicks to Go.
Yes!
So ano ito? May bagong milestone ng inyong relationship if you think about it.
Sabi nga namin, wow, long-term relationship na tayo. So, we're celebrating our first anniversary. Yay! So, meron tayong show sa Music Museum.
Award! Oh.
So, Music Museum on October 4.
Okay.
So, you can get your tickets online. Just visit Chicks to Go podcast.
I love
Thank
that. And ako rin kasi, kunyari, itong podcast na to, because nga, it is a space for the other expressions that I want to share with the world. Kasi nga, pag comedy, I feel like, people expect me to do a certain thing and I have to like do that consistently. Maybe just evolve it every now and then. Pero, the podcast for me, I can talk about minsan bobohan, minsan like very deep and all that. Ikaw, ano yung gusto mo pang gawin sa podcast na parang medyo, at this moment, baka niche idea pa lang siya, pero parang you wanna be able to take it to a particular conversation you've always wanted to talk about?
I think mas may space for vulnerability kasi sa podcast. Kasi chikahan siya. Siguro kasi on my social media pages, parang lagi lang short form content na gaguhan, comedy lang. And people have this perception of you na larang may mga nag-comment, ano ba itong babae ito? Aanga-anga.
And yet, nanonood naman kayo. Oh, diba? Oh.
Aanga-anga, ganyan. Pero alam mo, pag nakakabasa ako ng mga ganong comments, natatawa ako kasi there's this security in you na, okay, what you think of me, go. Tama yan. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. Lalo na kasi kung secure ka, pag may nagsabi sa'yo na aanga-anga ka, pero in your heart, alam mo, hindi kaya, matalino kaya ako.
Correct.
Hindi ko kailangan ng approval mo. Sige, go think that.
Yeah.
Pero I think sa podcasting, like you, di ba, very stand-up din yung mga materials mo online, very comedy. Pero here, napapakita mo yung deep side mo,
Yeah.
intellectual side mo.
Diba? May substance mo. But I think that is such a gift, I think, na binibigay ng podcasts for podcasters.
Yeah.
But that is for us as the people behind, like on the mic. Pero in terms of the effect that the ladies of you have had with your audience now, anong reaction nila? How do they view you? Apart from, of course, they're your kumares, your besties. Ano yung mga feedback na tipong, in fairness ha, ganun mo makita yung podcast namin.
Grabe, may mga nakikita ko messages minsan. Isa, they just came from a breakup. Pero yung podcast daw yung nakatulong sa kanila. Tapos tawang-tawa ako sa isang phenomenon, kinikwento ng mga chicksters, na yung mga mommies. May isa daw, may baby siya na newborn. Naglalabay song sila at lahat, iyak ng iyak. Pero pag Chicks to Go podcast daw, tumatahimik. So everyday daw, Chicks to Go yung pinapakinggan ng baby. So kami ni Ashley, sure ka ba dyan?
So I guess ang tawag sa kanya ay ang walang kwentang nanay.
Sure ka ba dyan?
Sure ka ba dyan, girl?
Mahilig pa naman kami magkwento ng kung ano-ano.
Correct.
Sure ka ba? Tapos, ang cute lang kasi sabi ng boyfriend ko na, Actually, baka it's actually psychological kasi nakikita nung baby na masaya yung mommy. Na parang yung mommy gumugood mood kaya nare-relax yung baby, nakakatulog.
Because babies are energetically sensitive, no?
Yes, parang mother-child connection. So, kung galing niya dun
Diba? So, pwede na kayo makingi ng brand deals from Pampers, Maggi Sinigang Mix, Gerber, Lactum, pag 3 pataas Bonakid. Pakita nyo, sabi nyo sa bus, excuse me, meron po kaming anecdotal proof na gusto kami ng mga nanay.
Meron kaming Facebook group, Chicks to Go Chikahan. Yung mga mommies, kami daw yung pinapakinggan habang naghuhugas ng pinggan, habang naglalaba. Sabi namin, yan yung goals namin eh.
Diba? Kayo na ang papatay sa teleserye industry paghapon.
Sana may Facebook group ka din.
Actually, buti nga na-mention mo kasi iniisip ko na kung papaano, kung Telegram or Facebook, iniisip ko kung papaano. Kasi,
Bow's House.
Bow's House, mga mga kumakay. Well, wino-workshop ko pa yung pangalan but I do. Bala ko silang pagsama-samahin at pagkakitaan.
Correct.
Diba? Akala nyo lang mag-music museum, Kailangan ko rin yung pera nyo, no?
Correct.
But yeah, and I think it all goes back to just tie it like with a nice bow. It all goes back to healing.
Yeah.
Right? Diba? Parang, I think then, when you go through something quite painful and dark and traumatic, that an act of healing kind of saves your life. You really can't help but kind of make it your life's mission to be able to help other people heal in whatever capacity you can. Diba? So, with our podcast or yung mali-mali sapatos mo sa diba? So, yun siya.
Ang galing mo mag-integrate ng
Integrate! ChatGPT who? Pero thank you so much, sis. Ang saya
Thank
nito.
you.
Ang dami nating pinuntahan.
Correct! Nag-journey tayo.
Nag-journey tayo. So parang, in fairness, no, ang wala lang, I am a changed woman. But yes, please invite everyone where they can follow you. And of course, the podcast. Na can I just say, guys, like, listen to it. Pero more than listening to it, because I know kailangan to ng mga podcasters, i-follow nyo yung podcast niya at i-rate and review nyo. Yun ang pinaka-importante po sa aming mga podcasters.
Correct. 5 stars, please.
Correct.
Thank you so much, Baus.
Thank
As
you.
in, I'm a fan of your work. Gustong-gusto ko yung comedy style mo kasi it's very deep. Very intellectual yung comedy style mo na breath of fresh air din.
Thank you.
Sana mapanood ko din yung mga stand-up mo.
Yes.
I really enjoy your reels.
Thank
And
you.
kinilig ako when you invited me. So, yay! And thank you sa listeners. Please follow my pages, Hey Hershey on Instagram and TikTok, and Hershey Neri on Facebook. And we have a podcast ni Ashley Rivera, Chicks to Go. May new episodes kami every Wednesday, 5 p.m.
Yay! Thank you so much, Hershey. And
Yay!
also the same thing, please click subscribe and follow sa podcast na to. And also, don't forget to rate and review the podcast. Kung hindi yan 5 stars, anong gagawin ko dyan? Charing. And follow the podcast's page on Instagram. That is Kaya Pa Ba Pod. I am Baus Rufo on Instagram and Hey, it's Baus on TikTok. We'll see you sa sunod na episode. Maraming salamat.
Yay!
Bye!
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.